what is a method and why we are going to use it. Method is a group of statements wrapped under one name. Group of statements wrapped under one name to implement a particular task. Method is a group of statements wrapped under one name to implement a particular task. So here we have method is a group of statements wrapped under one name Method is a group of statements wrapped under one name to implement a particular task. Method is a group of statements wrapped under one name to implement a particular task. Now, there are four types of methods we have. Method name without parameter, method name without parameter, without return type. Method name without parameter or with parameter with return type. Method name with parameter and with return type. Method name without parameter with return type. So, there are four types of methods we have. Method name without parameter and without return type. Method name with parameter and with return type. Method name without parameter and with return type. Method name with parameter with return type. These are the four types of methods what we have. Syntax.
And here same, Satish.
Method name with parameters with return type, without return type. Right. So the syntax for this, return type, method name, parameters. So the syntax is return type, method name, parameters. So let us start with the method. Let us start with method without parameter. Method without parameter, without return type. Method without parameter, without return type. Method without parameter, without return type. If we use this, we have example. Create a method show. So you define void. No return type means void. No return type means void. No return type means void. no return type, void. It just performs the operation. Create a method, deposit. Create a method, deposit. The name of the method is deposit. So what was this flower bracket? Scope of deposit. So whenever we call deposit, this will run. Whenever we call this deposit, this will run. Void withdraw. This is how we are defining here. Create method withdraw. Create method withdraw. Create method withdraw. Right. Now everyone do some examples. Create a method, get data. Create a method, get data. Everyone create a few examples. Create a method, get data. Create a method, get data.
What is this method and variable name? Is there any limit on length of this variable?
No. Create a method, get data.
Satish, to create a method, do you use lower camel in the
Yes.
method naming?
Yes. Lower camel should be used. Example 5. Create a method, set data. Set data. Create a method, invoke, void invoke. So we're calling method with no return type, no parameters. No return type means void. No return type means void. No return type, void. Okay. So let us go to the next example. Method with method without return type, method without return type, and with parameters. So if you want to pass any inputs, boss, if you give me name and salary, I will tell you what is your experience and bonus. If you give me these inputs, I will perform the operation. To perform this operation, I require the following inputs. If you give me your internal marks and external marks, I will tell you whether you are pass or fail. Boss, if I require any data from the user to perform this logic, if I require any data from the user to perform the logic, if I require any data from the user to perform the logic, the data will be taken as input parameter. If you give me these values, I will perform the following operation. If you give me this value, I will perform the following operation. So what I'm doing here? So here I'm giving method without return type with parameters. So example, Create a method. Deposit with the name and amount as parameter. So void deposit void deposit string name decimal amount. Input parameters. Every input parameter we have to specify what is the data type. For every input parameter we have to specify what is the data type. Void deposit string name decimal amount. Void deposit string name decimal amount. Create a method withdraw with account number and amount as input parameter. Create a method create a method create with the name industry rating as input parameter. Create a method create with the name industry rating as input parameter. With name and phone as input parameter. Create a method invoke with create a method invoke with the last name, first name, email as input parameter. Create a method invoke with the last name, first name, email as input parameter. How you define? Then we had void invoke string last name, string first name. Right, boss? So this is how we have created method with parameters. If we give these inputs, I'll perform the operation. Now, if you want to call this, how do you call? How do you call? Deposit. You are supposed to pass. So this is a definition of the method. This is invoking. If you want to execute, this is how we are supposed to call. Deposit Satish. This is the name. Amount 10,000. So whatever the name I gave here, that is name. Whatever the value I gave here, that is printed here. Are you getting my point here? So I want to invoke this. Now, this is how we have given. Now, next. Now, when I say phone number, it's your choice. I want to give the phone number. Now, either a string or a integer. Now, it has a special symbol. It has a special symbol. So, how you want to take the phone number depends upon your format. In my format, I want to take 040, or else I want to take like this. So, tell me, it's a integer or a string? It is a string. Now, what is the format of the data? The phone number is not always integer. What type of phone number you are taking? As per that, you have to decide whether it is a string or an integer. I hope you are good. So, what was this? Method without return type and with a parameter. Without parameters. Method with return type and without parameters. Create a show method. Return. Create a show method which will return name. Create a show method which will return name. Which has to return the name. So name is going to be in the form of string. Name is going to be in the form of string. So string return name. String show return name. String show return name. So it is going to return the value of whoever calls you this. If anybody call this, they are going to give you a name. So I am going to give string value equal to. When I say show, what value will be printed? We have printed the value. So whoever is going to call the show method, if anybody will call the show method, it is going to return you name. If anybody call you show method, after performing this entire operation, it will give you show method. Anybody is calling the show method, after performing the entire operation, it is going to return you name. Now let us take the next one. Create a calculated method with two integer values and return interest. Interest is going to be decimal. Calculate. decimal interest equal to interest is a what? Interest is of what type? Decimal. Interest is of type decimal. So interest is going to return the value of calculate. Calculate. Create a method. Create a method. Get age. Age is of integer type I'm giving here. So this is the definition. When you say return type, this we are going to give. Return type interest is of type what? Decimal. Return type age, it is of type integer. Method with return type. Method with return type. Method with return type. I hope you are clear. Method with return type. Now let us go to the next one. Method with return type and parameters.
Satish,
Yes.
can you explain this line? Like, why have you used decimal amount equals to calculate?
Now I want to return the value of interest. I am calculating the value and giving you. If you want to return the interest, you are calculating the value. Now if I say return interest, what is the value of interest? So I have given some calculation and gave you this. Then what is this 20? Now 20 is age. I am giving straight away. Here I am calculating and giving. Here what I am doing? Assigning the value and giving. Here straight away I said, here I calculated and giving you. Here straight away I told return 20. Are you getting my point? Okay. Method with return type. Method with return type and parameters. Create a method, add, which will take two integer values. Return this. Create a method, add, which will take two integer values and return their sum. Create a method, add, which will take two integer values and return their sum. Sum of two integer values is going to be integer. So I have given integer, add. It is supposed to take two integer values as parameter. So integer a value. What this method is supposed to return? This method is supposed to return the sum of these two values. Then integer c value equal to a value plus b value. Run c value. Create a method, value create, which will take amount, years, interest. as input parameters. Create a method which will take amount, year, rate as input parameter and returns the interest. Decimal calculate. Then let us perform the operation. Decimal, interest, amount, years, rate by 100. Then give create a method. No, it will take city and experience as input parameters. Calculate. It will calculate salary and bonus. If experience is more than 5 years, calculate the total. Return the total amount. Return the total amount. Everyone clear this example? create this example. Example 3, everyone create this. Okay. Decimal salary. Decimal salary bonus total. If experience is greater than 5 years, then I'm giving total equal salary. So it is calling a invoke method, which will take a city name and experience as input parameter. Based on the experience, it is going to calculate the salary and bonus. It is going to calculate the salary and bonus. Right? So don't copy, make an attempt of writing it. Don't copy the programs, make an attempt of writing it. It will take number of students, number of students and city. If city is Hyderabad, fee is 5,000. Discount is if city is Bangalore, discount other cities, discount of so So take the fee as 5,000 per student. Now create a method invoice which will take number of students and city as input parameter. If city is Hyderabad, discount is 10% on total fee. Total fee is number of students into fee. On the total fee, 10% discount. Then calculate the discount and total fee minus discount. Return the total fee to be paid. Return the final amount to be paid.
Example, we have taken input city from the user, but where we have used in the program.
Pardon me?
Example C in the previous example, we have taken input.
I have not used it. Then how are you making it? Provide invoice, integer number of students, string city. Then if city equal to Hyderabad, then I have to find out decimal total fee. Then I was supposed to calculate discount. So how the discount is kept?
Satish,
Yeah,
there is a return type, right? Then why we are using void here?
I'll give it.
Yeah.
Discount equal to else if it is not Hyderabad, it can be a Bangalore. Else if city equal to Bangalore, then discount equal to else discount equal to this is how we are calculating the discount. Then total equal to total minus because I'm giving a total value which is a decimal. Basically what I'm doing here, based on the data we are writing a logic. People have to make their own logics. If you copy the program, no use. If you copy the program, no use. You have to make an attempt of writing your own code. Right, boss? Yeah. Some value, boss. I give my discount. Okay. Now, fine. Let us go back to the next. Let us go to the next example. If people stop copying the program only, you will follow it. Make an attempt of writing it. So let me give you next one. Create a method. Set details, which will take industry value as parameter. Now, if industry is banking, then set rating as hot, ownership as public, type as new customer, lead source as if industry is not banking, set rating as warm, lead source as email. If industry is not banking, then set rating as warm, ownership as private, type as existing customer, lead source as email. Now write this program. Does it have any return type? It has any parameter? Parameters. So method with parameter without return type. Method with parameter without return type. So make an attempt of writing the code. How will you do that? Void set details. Void set details. Then I'm going to give string ownership type. If industry equal to banking, the value of industry is banking, source, else we are giving rating equal to warm, ownership equal to the weight, this is how we have given. Industry equal to banking, rating equal to hot, ownership equal to public, type equal to new customer, lead source equal to web. Else, this is the data. Else, this is the data. Right, boss? Now let us take the next example. With quantity and product name as input. If product name is if total is more than more than if total is more than 20% discount. Quantity discount. Now do this. Everyone make an attempt of writing. If you know method writing, almost everything is done. Right. So how did you write that? Suppose you generate. What are the values we require? Decimal price, total. If product name equal to del, product name equal to del, total equal to quantity into price. Then what I was supposed to do? If product equal to del, price is 10,000 and total is quantity into price. If total is greater than 50,000. If total is greater than 50,000, total into 10%. Else if it is more than, if total is more than 80,000, discount equal to if product name equal to Dell. Else product name equal to Apple. Basically, what we have done here is, if product name equal to Dell, price is 10,000, total, we have calculated the total. Now what I told, if total is greater than 50, this is the discount. If total is else, not greater than 50, else, should I give this? I made a small mistake here. What was that? You're supposed to give if total is greater than 80,000, then I have to give discount equal to. If it is not greater than 80,000, it comes to. If it is not greater than 80,000, comes to else. If total is greater than 50,000, if it is not greater than 80,000, check whether it is greater than 50,000 or not. If it is greater than 50,000, so check whether it is more than 80,000 or not. If it is not more than 80,000, then there is a possibility that it can be more than 50. Right? No, it's not Dell. Then it goes to else. In the else, check whether it is a Apple or not. If product name equal to are able to write this. Are able to write this. Right, boss? Yes. Then if total is greater than 80,000, total is greater than 80,000, so you are supposed to understand the requirement clearly, then calculate the values. Then finally set the price. Then print the value. Set the price and print the value.
Satish,
Yes.
can't we give the total equal to quantity into price outside the if next to the decimal where you have
This one you want to give outside.
described decimal price? Yeah.
But the price is
Before
changing,
if
right?
the if,
Price is not same for everything, right? So you have to write multiple if conditions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Right? People have followed. Now write it again. Now, people have followed, right? Start writing this code now. Just look at the conditions and write the code now. Look at the conditions, again rewrite the code. Everyone make an attempt of rewriting the code. Anyone finding it difficult, let me know, can help you out.
Satish, in the code when you had written if in the else actually when you wrote greater than 50,000, it can also be 80,000, right?
First, that's the reason I had taken greater than 80,000 first. Check whether it is above 80,000. If it is not above 80,000, then come to 50,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah, got it.
Hello, Satish.
Yes.
When we have to represent the void and that string in front of the method.
If you don't have any return type, void. If the method is not
Void.
expecting any return type, void.
Okay.
Hello, Satish.
Yes.
Can we give first if condition with the amount between 50,000 and 80,000, and then next if with
See,
greater than 80,000?
if it is above 50, it can also be above 80.
Between 80 and 50. I mean, with the logical ampersand, can we give like that?
See, condition is your choice, boss.
Okay.
Condition is your choice as per requirement.
Okay, but that is also true, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
So what was the first thing that we are doing? Create decimal price if product name equal to, if it is dull, do this. If it is not dull, else if it is not dull, else if product name equal to apple. Then what you are supposed to do? Product name dull, else if product name apple. They were supposed to do if price now we are writing condition. What is the condition? If price, if Dell price, if Apple
Hello, Satish.
yes.
If product is Dell, then in the else part again, why are we giving product as Apple?
Now,
Anyhow, it will go to the else part.
now I told product equal Dell. Product name can be anything other than Apple also. When I say it's not Dell, doesn't mean that it will be an Apple. It can be anything of anything. I may give the value, I may be entering the name like ABC. Then what will happen? It is not an Apple. Okay. So if total is greater than, when I say product name is not Dell, doesn't mean that it's an Apple. It can be anything. We have total is greater than this. Right, boss. Overexcited. Discount is 10%. Else, now here I was supposed to give, if amount is greater than 80,000, discount is 30%. Else, if it is not above 80, it can be above 60, above 70, above 50. So I am giving if total above 50. Then I am giving discount equal to total into. Right. Similarly, here we are taking if total is above 1 lakh, discount is total into this is how we are writing the code. So finally total equal to total minus discount. I hope you are good. So you take these conditions in this way, then write a program. When you are able to take the condition in this way and write your own program, then only you understand the way of writing the program. If you just try to understand my program, it will be of no use. I'm making very clear. You will understand writing a program only when you're taking the conditions in this format. You can take anything of your choice. You can take anything of your choice like this, create a conditions. If you are able to form this, and then you will be understanding what is the purpose of the program. Right, boss? I hope I'm clear with this. Any other queries?